I want to suggest that this is actually kind of an identity question at heart, right? The confusion with gold is that we've got an enormous amount of gold, and most of that gold has no possible digital identity. If you have gold coins on a ledger, exactly which coins are in the vault is unknowable because the coins are not ID'd, unless you start putting the coins into individual little plastic bags, and every bag has a number on the outside of it, and it's like numismatic gold. Same thing with gold bars. They come in either numbered or unnumbered forms, allocated or unallocated. And all of this stuff is just, you can't get a digital handle on a gold without doing a bunch of additional work. And it's a little bit like the difference between bicycles and cars. Bicycles, generally speaking, don't have any kind of durable identity. Cars are very, very, very strongly identified by the state. And that distinction between property with identity and property without identity is gigantic, because property with identity can then be financialized in various ways. It's easier to insure, it's easier to manage from the perspective of preventing fraud, all the rest of that kind of stuff. So if we ask the question, out of the, how much gold is there in the world? Is it $2 trillion of gold? Out of the $2 trillion of gold in the world, probably a quarter of it is in the form of numbered allocated bars. Maybe somebody from the gold industry could give you a more accurate estimate. But if you sort of think in terms of like $500 billion of gold that is currently hard to move around in a digital form but could be assigned an identity and made tradable, it's pretty clear that that is a very, very substantive asset class. And it's much more important than stablecoins, because the value of the US dollar is super, super, super fragile right now. If this tariff thing goes wrong and they wind up killing the dollar, the dollar winds up worth 30 cents. You wind up with hyperinflation. The US pays back its national debt for 20% of the price of paying off the national debt before the dollar collapsed. Everybody goes through 18 months of hell in a handbasket, and America comes back like a lion. That's the kind of situation where you wind up with gold at kind of $10,000, $15,000, $20,000. And in that environment, you're just going to wind up tokenizing all the gold that you can, because gold will be money again. So I think this is all, extremely high stakes poker, and making gold tradable is a very radical move in a time this radical.